is a whole nother thing. The truth is something else. But this is an illusion. Okay? This, I think I have to turn left up the street, is an illusion to distract people. Okay? Ryan worked in the capacity of children. I just saw some text messages where someone messaged him. I don't know the name of the person. I don't know the person. And told him, I'm very disappointed about the things I heard about you. Hey, Skippy. I'm very disappointed about the things I heard about you and the things that you said and did. Okay. And he's like, my career is over. My teaching career is over. Yes, it is. And if you're wondering why your teaching career is over, go back and listen to that wonderful bean footage and hear why your teaching career is over. Because people like this prey on young, innocent children who have disabilities. Ryan Anderson said specifically, I love working in SPED. I love working in special ed. You know why he loves working in special ed? Because the victims he gets to recruit by working in special ed. A lot of those kids will never go home and tell mommy and daddy what Ryan did while he was in class today. Like, oh mom, oh dad, do you know what I saw today in class? My teacher was doing some strange things and he was making strange noises. I don't even, but you know what? A lot of those kids can't even verbalize or even understand what is happening in front of them and around them. Because this is my field of expertise, is working with children on the spectrum, working with children with mental retardation, working with children with multiple disabilities, and some of them have such disabilities that they cannot even verbalize their wants and needs. Perfect victims, right? And this guy, sorry, I got a notification. And this guy thought, you know what? I'm just a guy who loves kids. Does he love kids? No. He loves what he gets from kids, what he derives from kids. But he doesn't love kids at all. Because if he loves kids, when that phone went pring, pring, Gypsy Rose calling from prison, pring, pring, he would like, click, I'm at work. This is my work hours. This is not time to be talking to Gypsy. I have to take care of these kids. I can talk to her ass when I get off work. She's not going anywhere. She was in prison. Hold on. Somebody said, I don't know why let me see. Hold on. What did you say? You said, sorry, moving things around. Hey, get hidden. Question. I heard you say Ryan is still working. Yes, he said he was. He said he went back to work. He sure did. Go back to his live about 2 months ago. Because he was asked, like, is this your only job? He's like, no, I'm back at work. I'm working. Yeah. He's at work. So, there's the answer to that. Does he still have an active teaching license? Or ability to work in the capacity of children? Don't pay attention to what he tells you. Pay attention to his past. His past tells you his future. And also, that part is not up to me to debate about where he works at the present. And the reason why is because there is no statute of limitations on predatory behavior done by an educator. Okay? So, what I said is based on what he told the public. I wasn't throwing no shade at him. What he said He didn't say exactly where he worked. We know he's been in education, working in education for a long time. Also, he worked in a hospital setting, which is still in the capacity of working possibly with children and with adults who are in an infirmed or in a state where they need care. Okay? So, if he's working in that capacity, whether he's working with adults who have special needs, okay, like group home setting, or working with, let's say, are working with, let's say he's working in a nursing home setting, that's still working with people who are at risk for abuse and neglect. It doesn't change. It doesn't change. Whatever the capacity he's working in, if there's a child within the vicinity of where he's working, he has a problem. He has a big problem. If there are children within the vicinity of where he's working, that's no bueno. So my point is, by doing this little live stream, is that I want to make sure everybody know I didn't contact the authorities because I have some hatred towards Ryan. Okay? I don't consider myself to be a hater of his. Matter of fact, until I learned how much of a racist he was, I followed him. Because truly, I felt empathy towards Ryan when Gypsy got out of prison and when she left him and all of that. I felt empathy towards him. Okay? Because I felt like, man, that's really fucked up. You know, you basically care for this woman, you take care of her, all of that, while she's in prison, sending her money for her phone calls and what have you. And she gets out, she goes to your house. That's the whole point. The point, thank you, highly functioning basket case, you're absolutely right. And that's my point. It doesn't matter if he's at a school today. It doesn't matter that his teaching license should be revoked. He should be reported to the DOJ, and he should be blackballed from working in the capacity of anybody in special needs, whether it's an adult with special needs or working with children with special needs or what have you. He should not be able to work in this capacity any longer. It should be a full stop situation for him. He shouldn't be able to continue on, and we can't give him a path to go back to. Okay? Because when I think he got his Cameo shut down. That was his money maker, right? He was making money on Cameo. And from what he said, I believe the night before last, is that they shut down his Cameo. Oh, thank you, Ashley. It'll hurt me. His Cameo got shut down. And when his Cameo got shut down, that was a means of making money. And so, on TikTok, he has to turn off his comments. And turning off his comments is bad for the algorithm. When content creators turn off their comments, even if it's negative, okay, it's bad. It's bad for you. Because you're taking away views. You're preventing views. And also, I want to, hey, love, how you doing today? I hope that you're having a good day. Thank you. It's taking away views. So what happens is that he's basically cutting off his money maker. The people on TikTok was his money maker, and he's cut that off by turning off his comments. Yeah, he may make some money just by sitting there on his couch, looking like Forrest Gump, but he's not making the money he was making before. Also, the battling was his main money maker. I have a friend who has an account with, I think, Tickerly or Tickle something, that basically, I hope it's not enough for him to pay his bills. I really do. I hope it's not enough for him to pay his bills at all. It's getting kind of warm. But what happened? I got this notification. Sorry. But the bottom line is this: we don't want him in the capacity of children anymore. Okay, Sorry about that. Amen. We don't want him working in the capacity of children anymore. We don't want him being able to have access to children and going back to the teaching profession. That's the goal, for the teaching profession to be not an option for him. And guess what happens when he gets blackballed with the DOJ? Okay, which means your as an educator, we sign a form that mandate, the one about mandated reporters. There's another form which is basically giving, what is the word? Basically giving permission for your background check to be run constantly by the DOJ. Okay, which means they're constantly checking, probably on a daily. They're running it daily, and they're sending out the report to your employer. If you're self-employed, then the state just keeps that information. Like, let's say you're working. Hold on one second. I have to roll my mind with this person next to me has the car running. That's weird. I was pushing the wrong button. So anyway, what happened is this: when you work, I know that's why I put up this picture. I'm like, look at the lovely couple. Don't they look so cute? Look at them. They're so cute together. His and hers. Soulmates, right? So they look like they're soulmates. You see what I mean? Because to go with all this picture I chose. Oh, it is. Thank you. I turned it away. Is that better? Is that better? Because I need to put on my earbuds, which I can put my headphones. It'll be easier. Hold on. Okay. So I'm gonna do. I put my headphones. I have earbuds somewhere. I don't know where they are, but so you can hear me better. Come on, J-Balls. I got like a few minutes before I have to go into. But isn't that hair cool? You hear me better now? Did it pick up? She likes blonde little roly polies. Think of him. Ryan looks like he's giving me like maggot vibes. I'm getting maggot vibes looking at him, and I see him just rolling around on the floor, looking for something to eat. He's giving maggot vibes. Don't he look like a little maggot? Hmm. I had to say it, okay? I had to say it. But the bottom line is this: Ryan Anderson is more, now, who is more culpable in this situation? Ryan Anderson is more culpable because he had the opportunity to put the phone down. He had the opportunity to end the conversation and say, or not even pick up the phone to begin with, because we're, as educators, we're not supposed to be on our phones. When we're in the capacity of children, we shouldn't be on our phones. When we get our 15-minute break, which is the state required, 15-minute break to go to the bathroom, you can then take your phone to the bathroom, like most of the teachers do, and then we go and check and see what messages we got while we were, in the classroom setting. So then we go do our thing, and then we go back to the classroom and we continue. Our phones is not at the forefront of our lives. The phones shouldn't be at the forefront of your lives when you are on the clock. So Ryan Anderson, yes, I have seen petition for laws regarding monetizing in social media. Yes, thank you for posting that, DZ. I appreciate that. But we saw just yesterday, last night, Gypsy post a video of her and the dog and the baby in the background. And you know why she did that? Because there's been some discussions about, oh, fuck. That's exactly why I made the phone call I did. I know some people, like, some, I know some people, they're like, why did you call on him? I'll tell you why I called on him. His it's active as of right now. Send that to me, please. He could say I work at the Aldi's down the street. He could say I work at Best Buy. He could say I work here. I could say he could say he worked there. But the fact that his teaching credential is still active, boom. That that just rocks my world right there. No, thank you all for being here and understanding the need to protect children, because a lot of people are like, well, why are you doing this? What, why are you calling? Why did you call? You know, Ryan didn't do nothing to you. Thank you. Ryan didn't do anything to you. And I'm like, it's not about me. It's not about me at all. It's about kids who are already at risk for abuse and neglect. Do you know that? We have statistics saying, thank you, Sylvia's. We have statistics showing that children who are intellectually disabled, hey, Lolly, intellectually disabled, children that have autism, children that have Down syndrome, children that have, um, which is the what's it called? Emotional dysregulation, which is called ED, we call it. These kids are at higher risk for abuse and neglect from their educator than their parents. And their parents come second. You know why? The educators are alone with them all day long. When the kids at school, the educator is with them. When they're at home, more than likely they're not alone with just the parent. They have siblings, they have relatives, they have other people around who care about, who's looking on them, looking in on them. But when they're in the classroom setting, I don't know what I oh god, and now here we go with the restrictions. They said I'm bullying, harassing somebody. I'm not bullying, harassing anyone. But hey, I'll be careful about my choice of words. So when a child is in a setting like Ryan was in the setting with these kids, he was having these phone calls. And he wasn't worried about getting caught, which tells me a few things. And the school should be at least questioned, and they probably will be. Were there cameras in the classroom? Were there other educators in the classroom? How many children were in that room? How many of them seen him? How many of them heard them? Thank you for the 20. How many of them heard him on multiple occasions? Thank you, Forrest. These are all questions that we all should be asking. And I was thinking, should I tag the school in my live that I have prepared later? Because that one is explosive because it has all the dates when these incidents occurred, what occurred on one date. I literally worked for days on just making a chronology on the incidents, so that it's all clear cut. Thank you, Cammy. I appreciate you for that. And thank you, my lovely taco. Thank you. And thank you, Lolly. So, I was thinking about that, but I don't want to harass them. Okay? I don't want to harass the school, because what happens is that if you post something like that on their Facebook account, it may have a negative effect, and the school would just take it down. So I don't want anybody harassing the schools, but you know, I'm trying to figure out the best way of going about it. I was thinking about writing them a letter and giving them the links to where the calls are so they can hear it themselves. And then they can contact the police. I was thinking about that. Um, maybe I'll put in a phone call to the schools. Um, just so they're aware. But I won't post it on their page because I don't want to harass them. Yeah, but I was saying not on the school pages, because both of those schools I believe have Facebook pages. So I don't want to harass them or bully them at all. But I got to get into this appointment. I looked up and I'm talking with you guys like I have nothing to do. So I'm going to come back online later after I get these lovely injections. And now I have his information that I need, thanks to you guys. And I'm going to call the school. The school board, the thing is a charter school. So I have to do some research into what calling the school board may not affect them because, as I said, it's a charter school. These are private schools, which is usually not under the branch of the charter, but it may be one of them. I think is. So I gotta do some research into the schools and find out, where is their overhead person, who's over these schools, and go from there. Let me run in here. I'll see you guys later.